who the mystery player was, and she's like, I don't know. And so I'm just like,
Fucking
okay.
liar.
No, she actually doesn't have an idea.
Huh.
She doesn't do the tweeting.
Cool.
Right.
We are streaming.
Are we?
We are.
Uh.
I know. Don't worry, guys. I'm almost done with this. Some super important stuff. So how's it going?
Going well.
Oh, it's a going.
Good. Much good. Matt, have you progressed at all in Fallen Order?
You know, I haven't because I'm a terrible person.
God damn it. Yeah, I think I agree with that.
Yeah.
I concur. This light is like super bright. Super bright. All right. Super stoked. All right, where's Matt? I mean, not where in the Nevada is Matt, but where actually is Matt?
Matt's here. Hello. All right, I was fiddling with my filters a little bit.
Unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we've got some news to talk to you fine folks about today, but nothing that warrants an hour episode.
Probably not.
Which is good, because that means Rocket League, Matt.
Woo!
It does, yeah.
I get to actually participate this time.
Oh,
hooray!
Do you? Yeah, it was nice getting a text. When I woke up the next morning...
It was a couple hours after I got...
Yeah, that's when you texted me, but I didn't get it until the morning for me.
It happens.
Does it, Matt? Does it happen?
From time to time.
Brad would text me.
Well, I'm not Brad.
That's a bold assumption.
Oh, no, I know you wouldn't. Which is fine, because look, like, let's be fair here, I wouldn't text either of you either.
I'd Facebook message the group.
Rude.
I'm just that mean.
I'm not good at texting or messaging or tweeting
or
or
social
whatever.
interactions.
Spooky.
I'm awkward.
Alrighty, let's open up some stuff.
All right, we're done with PES. I won. All is happy. All right, let's start the episode. What's up, everyone? Welcome to 1868 Weekly. This is episode number 58. I am your host, John Macaluso, today joined by the usual suspects, Mr. Matt Rafferty. Matt, how you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. How about yourself?
Good, man. Good. And we're also joined by Brad Polonsky, who's rocking the yellow Reno 1868 cap. Brad, how are you?
It never gets used otherwise, so I might as well wear it. I'm doing great. It's been a great week for news.
It's been a solid week. I think it could be better, but you know, I'm complaining. I was about to say no complaints, but you know, I just realized I was complaining, so might as well point it out. We do have news to talk about. We've got 2 player signings, one a player who has already played with the team, another one kind of a surprise, not a surprise, depending on how you look at it. A good surprise, then Brad. A very good surprise. And then I will be attending a media event this week, the first of the year, guys, for Reno 1868 FC. So I'll talk a little bit about that, and then I guess we'll talk about our normal soccer shenanigans, USL stuff, Premier League stuff, whatever comes to mind stuff. But let's get started with this. Let's get started with the fresh news right off the presses. Happened today, this morning. Matt, what am I talking about?
What just happened this morning? I have everything set up and I don't know now.
All right, Brad, what happened this morning?
Aiden Apodaca
Aiden
re-signed
Apodaca.
this morning.
I couldn't remember if that was this morning.
It was.
My life is a mess
Look,
right now as far as time.
If it's any consolation, Matt, you totally made me second guess myself there. I was like, wait a second. Did it happen this morning? So,
Well-
yeah. Returning player, guys. Aiden Apodaca.
That makes me feel bad. I don't want to undercut the importance of it.
It's all right. You know what? Since Brad was on his game with this one, Matt, I'll give you the next one. You can announce. Sorry, Brad, but look, you're a big fan of Aiden Apodaca. We know this.
I'm a fan
So-
of both players. I just wanted to like gloat a little bit about the other one. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. How
All
about
right,
we
because
go
you
over?
can still gloat about Aiden Apodaca because you kind of saw it coming.
Yeah, so Aiden Apodaca, kind of saw it coming, but I know some stuff and it's awesome. But great re-signing for the team. He is a player that in limited action last year he played 15 games, scored 5 goals, had 3 assists. That's some insane production for
Yeah.
15 appearances, and not to mention, I think almost half of those came off the bench in late action. So, some really, really, really stellar production for our team that's coming back. And the thing that makes Aiden Apodaca so special to this team is he's a threat that we don't see too much of often. He's a guy who likes to stretch the field. He's very good about finding the soft spot in the defense and just running through it and getting the ball and just driving the whole length of the field. He did that against Oklahoma City with the goal that tied us at 2-2 before Corey put us ahead 3-2 with a chip over the keeper. But it's really his legs that got him open into that spot. He did it against Rio Grande Valley where it's like 70-yard run. By the time that he was at midfield, he was already past the last defender. It's movement, eyes like that really give us something to the team that we need, that counterattack that we've been lacking a lot of. He's an integral part of the unit that I'd love to see in extended minutes this upcoming year.
I agree 100% with that. Definitely want to see him in extended on the field for an extended amount of time. Matt, what are your thoughts?
I mean, Brad covered a whole lot of it. I mean, one of the big thing that stands out is his goals per minute, 134 minutes per goal, 134 minutes per goal, which is actually the third fewest minutes per goal in the team in 2019. I don't know if he's going to be coming on as an actual starter, if we're looking at a super sub. I feel like either way, he could definitely do well in this system, if he's playing it right and, he puts in the work.
Yeah, I don't know that I see him as a starter still, especially with the signing that you're about to talk about. But we'll have to see. I definitely want to see him in these matches longer than he was last year, which was his one and only season with 1868. But not his last season because he will be back in 2020, gentlemen. Oh, and ladies. For the ladies that are watching. All right, Matt, we have another signing, and this one took a lot of people by surprise, and then some people weren't taken by surprise. Who was the signing, Matt?
Well, the signing who did not catch Brad by surprise is Foster Langsdorff.
Yeah.
So this is a good signing.
Yes. Very good.
For the last 2 years, he was with T2. I feel like he was really the heart of their attack. Mm-hmm. He was the most productive. Set a T2 record in 2018 with 14 goals. But over the last 2 years, he's got 21 goals.
Yeah.
I mean, he's young. He's 24. He he's still got some legs. He, from the highlights I've seen and from what I've experienced, with Reno playing against him, he is a very strong attacker. He'll take shots from the outside. He can just redirect shots, and he seems to get up. He has some power. This guy was a monster in college, playing for Stanford. Ended up winning the championships 3 times in a row from 2015 to 2017, and Pac-12 Player of the Year in 2016 and 2017, both of those championship years. Like, I feel like this guy, Ian can tap into, and just like other players that have come in and have started to slope down, which he has, ever so slightly between his 2018 and 2019 season. If you can find a system that works with him, he is going to score in buckets.
Yeah, definitely. Brad, was this the signing that we have been waiting for? Is this, we've been waiting. I guess, Matt, you can answer this as well. We've been waiting for some big news coming from Reno. Is this that
Yeah.
big news?
Yeah, as you can see, I pulled up a tweet of me kind of like, giving myself multiple pats on the back. On January 3rd, a tweet went out from the team that said, we got a player announcement next week. He scored 21 goals in the last 2 years. And that night I tweeted out saying, my guess is it's Foster Langsdorff. So I got to, gloat about the fact that I called that. However, this is that player. I've confirmed with people from the team that we've been waiting on signing. They had to hold up the announcement for some various reasons. However, he is a perfect signing for the team. He is a player that comes to the team, off of 2 years, 21 goals, insane production, and someone that you look at and he fills in a hole for us of strikers. I know we talked about Aiden Apodaca coming in. Foster Langsdorff is going to get that starting spot, at least the way he's been playing over the past couple of years. Like Matt said, still young, very powerful guy. He makes magic happen. And if there was one player anybody ever knew from T2, it's Foster Langsdorff, and we signed him.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited about him. He's going to come in. He's going to make an impact. He's perfect to work with Corey. He'll find some open spots, and it'll just bolster an attack. Look at us to be scoring, more than 2 goals average a game for another season in a row with the attack that we have put together. As long as everything works out, easily another 2 goal plus game average year for us.
Yeah, I'm really, really happy about this, guys, especially after all of the news of seeing other players walk and go to other places, which is great for them, but hopefully not great when they have to play Reno. But yeah, I think that this is a really good pickup, really solid addition to Reno's attack, and yeah, mostly it softened the blow. I kind of wished that they had announced it, Brad, when they said they would originally, because then it would have made that was a really tough couple week stretch.
3 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, so we had Seth Kasipley bouncing out. We had Zach went elsewhere. We kind of knew that was happening, but still, yeah, that was a tough little week stretch. So this news, I think, would have been more impactful. I mean, it's still big news, but it would have been more impactful had it happened then, because you're like, oh, all these guys are bouncing out on us, and we're kind of getting mum is the word from Reno 1868. So really happy about the signing. Really happy to see how he plays for the good guys. Final comments, gentlemen, on these 2 signings. I think we're both pretty happy, or all 3 of us are pretty happy about them. So,
yeah, and I feel like this is a great additional forward signing because, like we talked about last week, Kekanovic seems like he's a similar player to Herzog. So having 2 different styles of attack, it's gonna be great. A little kind of a 1-2 Bash Brothers kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
I agree with Matt. The 4 people we have so far, I'm super confident in the play of 3 of them, and I'm super excited about seeing the 4th one being Benji as a rookie. It's an attack that going into this year I'm confident about. Replacing a bunch of big names, namely like Brian Brown up there. So I'm excited for that.
Definitely. Yeah, I feel pretty comfortable about the attack right now going into the season. All right. Those are the signing news. That's the signing news, right, for this week?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So, do you guys have any other Reno 1868 FC news that you want to talk about that doesn't have to do with Academy? Because I want to talk about that last.
Maybe just a foregone former 1868 player, but it seems like Dane Kelly is going back to the Charlotte Independence.
Yeah,
he's kind of bouncing around the East Coast right now. He hasn't been as productive, and I kind of feel like he hasn't been able to, sit, get settled anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I hope he does well, especially because he's in the East, so it doesn't really affect us too much. And good luck to him. Get your name back.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, arguably the I don't even know if I'd say arguably. I mean, probably the most exciting player who has ever played for Reno 1868. The dude scored on command. Like, hey, I'm gonna score. 5 minutes later, hey, I think I'll score again. That was the season that I really actually fell in love with soccer. Not just Reno 1868 FC, but soccer in general. So, yeah, I mean, best of luck to him. If he plays Reno ever in the championship, I hope he doesn't do well. But that's it. Other than that, I hope he does well. Brad, do you have any Reno 1868 FC news?
I want to speculate a little bit.
Yes.
I am going to
Yes.
conspiracy hat right
Let's do
now. Well, not really conspiracy hat. I'm going to share another image. This was tweeted out earlier today by the team. First of all, there's a lovely image of Corey. This was tweeted out earlier today by the team, and I'm like, cool. We see amazing players. We see Benji over here in the back. Brent's lifting some weights. Then we have Dabo, Mohamed Dabo over here, next to this guy who seems to have, an important part of his body blocked off. That would be his face. The team has said Thursday is the day that we will hear this new player. I don't want to wait that long. So I'm calling out all the sleuthers that we have for the team, all the people that want to investigate and figure out who this is. The things I do know so far. I would imagine that he is 5'9", because Dabo is 5'9", and they look about the same height, if not 5'7" or 5'8". Other than that, I got nothing, and I need to know. He has like some goldish looking hair tips. Don't know who he is. I want to know who he is, and I don't want to wait till Thursday.
Well, I've got bad news for you.
Uh-oh.
You're probably going to have to wait until Thursday.
I don't want to. This is why I'm calling out.
Good old
I'm
Kevin
calling out
did
the
a
internet.
great job blurring his face out.
Yeah, like, we'll figure it out.
All
And
right,
if
yeah.
we don't, Thursday. But
Yeah, if you're watching this or listening to this, actually, especially if you're listening to it, because we should probably describe the scene, even though you did a pretty good job, Brad. We're trying to figure out who this mystery player is in the background of a picture of Brent Richards squatting that was tweeted and I think on all forms of social media pushed by Reno 1868 FC. Everyone else, their faces you can see, as Brad so eloquently put, and all of the players that he named are visible in the picture, except for this gentleman. So if you might know who it is, and I will inquire as to who it is, but I'll get the journalist answer, which is you're gonna have to wait until Thursday. Who is it? Who is it? I mean, really, we can speculate all day, but with no confirmation, we can just have this entire podcast about who is this guy, Brad, and not get anywhere.
I know.
So I was actually expecting you to speculate about the jerseys because that's been a big conversation as of late. And here's my culture jersey, right? There's a color that I am wearing that apparently is on our home jerseys.
Oh, you can't spoil it. I was told this stuff in confidence.
I feel like this has been hinted around all over the place.
You're not supposed to say that.
Well, you're just spoiling everything.
Well, now I need to.
You're making it not fun.
Yeah. I know.
No, I'm making it not fun. Yeah, I'm like Brad is.
I'm making it not
fun. We're gonna have to have this
play
talk
along,
off
dude.
the air. Damn it! Everyone, disregard what Brad just said.
Stricken from the record.
I didn't even actually say it.
Anyway, edit it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to edit that out. Thanks. So yeah, there you go. Everyone who's watching the stream, you get a little bit of extra content. Anyway, I'm these jersey reveals. I imagine should be coming up near the end of this month, because last year they came around the end of this month, and so Matt and I have talked extensively about how we kind of hope that there's some silver in there. I said you hope that there's more gold, right?
Yep.
Sure. And that's great. Like hopefully, here's my ideal situation as far as the jerseys go. Home gold and blue, similar to the alts from the year before last. And then aways, give me some silver, man. Like, give me some silver. I'll maybe. I'm trying to imagine it in my head. I'll take some blue. Like, you guys know, I'm gonna turn the conversation over to you, Matt, because I have a jersey in mind that I'd like to show everybody, as far as a model for what I want in silver jerseys. So I'm gonna stick the camera on you, Matt, if you want to go ahead and steal the conversation for a moment.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I really just want some kind of kit that features both the main colors, the blue and gold, really well. Something along the lines of the torso is gold with blue sleeves and blue shorts. I feel like that would be pretty slick. Like we were saying, maybe a hint of silver if they do the 3 Adidas stripes, down the armpits there.
Oh, man.
You can make that silver. I don't know, just a little something. A hint.
I'm talking a
Are you
lot,
talking about
man.
like
I'm
this
talking
thing
like the
behind me?
base color being silver.
Yeah, if you're gonna make
showing, Brad,
that needs to be the feature of the kit.
Yeah.
If you're gonna
Are
do
you
that.
talking like similar to this one that's on my wall behind me?
Yeah, but a little more like straight on, just like the sleeves instead of that little kind of petering up. A little more of like a classic style where it's just a straight jersey.
Okay.
But I don't think Adidas does that anymore.
I would love to see, I guess I'll go to away jersey since you covered home jerseys, Matt. I would love to see something similar. I know John was like, give me some color, but I'd love to see something similar to this year for the away jerseys. I really liked this year's white away jersey. I thought it was just clean. It was easy to look at. I loved it a lot. And just give me more of that. I mean, obviously something different. I know I'm going to buy it regardless because I'm one of those people.
yeah, we'll all have it.
But just something similar to that would be amazing again. I really liked what they did. It was one of the better jerseys in the league. The league was like highlighting it too.
All right, I'm sorry. I need you guys to keep buying time. I'm having a hard time finding it. I have it in
Man.
yeah, I have it in mind, but I'm not getting an easy time finding it.
Well, how would you guys feel about, say, hoops?
I'm sorry.
You nodding to hoops?
I puked a little bit there.
Or come
hoops,
on, man.
No,
I
I don't dig it.
hoops better.
Or there's fat bars.
I hate
this.
the fat bars. I like the hoops.
I like
better than
those.
the fat bars.
I like those ones slightly more.
Are you thinking something a little more clean? Is that what you would prefer?
You see, I'm trying to think of something that's abstract, and I can't. I like something. You look at last year's jerseys, and I'm trying to think of something like that, but I don't know how it would get blue and yellow or blue and gold to fit in. It's just like I don't know.
All right, I think I'm gonna need a minute to pull it up because I'm just trying to find a better picture.
In the meantime, the camera is still stuck on me.
The camera is still stuck on you.
Yay.
I have
Hi,
another
everybody.
diversion we can do in the meantime. And that is where the heck is Matthew Rafferty? And I was saving this for a little bit later, but I think it's a perfect time to buy me some time.
Let Brad really think about it and get a good guess in.
Okay. Let's see. I need to pull open a map to consult.
We need to get my topographical maps.
Yes. I do have a place in mind. It's a little far away. I remember driving through it.
You've probably not driven through it.
Okay. Then I'm just going to pull up a map and I'm going to point at a random place that I think you would normally drive to.
I don't know. Is this cheating?
Why
No.
would
Is
it be
this cheating?
Why would it be cheating?
Oh, I don't know. Just because you should know you're Nevada.
If anything, that just sounds a little lame.
All right. I almost have my guess ready. This is just outside of Battle Mountain, going south on 305 or something.
Nope.
All right.
So what do you think?
now?
Okay, so is it in? So it's clearly in northern Nevada. You can see a little bit of snow. Is this out?
Well,
Is this
Central?
not? Oh crap! Then I was gonna be way off. Central Nevada.
I know. Yeah,
Like-
there's not a whole lot going on there.
Near Gardnerville, or still a little bit further east?
Oh, way further east, like
Way
actual
further east?
actual central Nevada.
Oh, geez.
Oh.
Having never
So-
explored Central Nevada, I don't know, man.
Is this by Ely
It-
then?
No, that's like eastern.
Oh, okay. So you're
This is the
Austin.
delightful temporary town of Round Mountain. The only thing there is a gold mine, and then there's a trailer park and the little motel that I stayed at, which was adorable, but it was clearly a very old ma and pa style motel in a town of like 200 people, and it's between Tonopah and Austin.
I
That's,
was
What the
I
heck
was
were you
literally
doing
going
out
to say
there?
this.
there's a gold mine out there.
Oh.
And like for people who aren't familiar with Nevada or aren't familiar with Central Nevada, we have a lot of weird names. We do have an Austin, we have a Manhattan, we have a Beverly Hills. It's really interesting. I don't know if we've just stole it from them or it was just by coincidence, but
They're just
Yeah.
very popular names.
yeah, seriously.
They're just very popular. I have no doubt in my mind that Manhattan, New York came well before Manhattan.
No,
Nevada.
it was clearly very, very early settlers over to the west, like really early settlers.
I was actually thinking of saying Round Mountain. I'm like, that's way too remote even for you.
Nah,
So I
nothing's
guess
too remote.
nothing. Yeah, I guess nothing's off the table for you.
Nope.
So
All right. So, I mean, I feel like at the end there you were getting kind of close, but no. John, did you get this figured out?
Yes. Yes.
Yay!
Yes. But I'm trying to think. These I can't
No, he
find
didn't.
them on. No, I have the pictures in front of me. I just can't find players wearing them. So I'm wondering because I've seen these before. I'm wondering if these were maybe only like kind of the jersey I'm wearing. Culture jerseys not worn by the players, but celebrated or used as a celebration for Nevada basketball. By the way, this is a Nevada basketball jersey. Let me figure out how to show my screen.
You talk about the Battleborn ones from last year?
I am talking about those.
Dude, that'd be slick.
So,
Yeah.
but there's okay. Hold on. So, share my screen. You guys are gonna see a million pictures of Matt for a minute here until I
Yeah.
bring this up. There's
whoa.
Dude,
yeah. See, there's
don't
look
do
at
that to
all
me.
that.
Why would you do that?
Because it's funny.
Why would you bless us with that image?
All right, here we are.
Oh, stop.
So let me. God, oh my God. Don't. All right. That's a pretty decent view, right, guys? You're not seeing all those windows anymore. Cool.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah, so this is clean. And this is exactly what I'm kind of thinking. Now, of course, basketball jerseys and soccer jerseys look a little bit different here. Are you guys sure you can see it? Because on my screen, it's coming in black.
Oh,
I can see it.
I can see it on the Hangouts.
Okay,
but it
so-
looks like it's not showing up in the stream.
Interesting. Okay, that might be because let me stop sharing here. I have other ways around this.
Hmm.
So okay.
Can you just save it and put it as an image on your stream?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Matt for a minute while I do this in the background.
I
All right,
got
fine.
something
We'll go to
fill.
Brad.
It's always
Oh, I
gotta
need to
be
zoom
me.
in. Oh, that's so blurry. Oh, we're not going to Brad right now. Hold on. It was they wore it versus UNLV. I know that for certain. So
Yep.
Okay, so
just
they
find-
did wear it. See, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I couldn't
Um,
find it.
Let's just find a bigger one. You can see it on my screen now. Over here on the right.
Yeah.
No, those aren't
it's-
even it.
Yeah, they are. Oh,
No,
they
they're
don't
not.
have the blue at the top, but
No,
they're the
those
same.
are the same
Yeah.
ones. I mean, other than the top.
Than the blue tops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I figured the blue you meant you wanted the sleeves to be blue and the torso to be silver. Because that would be pretty awesome.
All right, I fixed
That'd
it. Hold on a sec, Brad. We're
Okay.
gonna because mine
These
shows
ones too are really
mine shows
nice.
like a slightly better view
Mhm.
of them. So I'm gonna pop in. Okay, perfect. That's awesome. So these are the shorts and the shoes that the players wear, and let's hit this. So that's the actual jersey I'm thinking. So the difference being, as I mentioned before, the colors. The color scheme is definitely what I'm looking for, Matt. I love that gray and I love that shade of blue, and I think that blue that really does fit Reno 1868 FC blue. So I'm thinking. I don't know. I don't really like stripes across, like the rugby thing. I know that that Roy's probably a big fan of that. He likes rugby, but
No, hoops are just classic, man.
so all right. Now here's the thing though. So the front would look kind of similar to this in some way. I think I'd like a little bit more blue though, right? Now check out the back of these jerseys. So we got the pants again, which I think look really slick. The Battleborn logo. Maybe if they replace that with 1868 shield or something. But here's where it really gets fun. Look at the back of that jersey.
Waiting for the delay. Yeah, dude, that's
Yeah.
So nice.
That's
It's so
pretty
nice.
awesome.
And so I can see the team doing something like that for an alternate jersey or like what I'm wearing, the culture. But as far as like having this a game worn jersey every week, I don't see that happening.
It would be, that's a one-time thing.
So, but I really love the lettering, and this is a great way, Matt, to implement the gold that you want in the jersey on the outside letters or on the outside lining.
yeah.
I think it looks slick. This is just, in my opinion, a really really well made jersey.
Absolutely.
Honestly, for me, something like this,
Hold
I just
on,
pulled it up on my screen.
I gotta do a few magic things real quick.
You're fine.
And okay, there we are.
So something like this on my screen, kind of this off gradient, would be, although simple, would be quite nice for the team, I think.
Like-
I would enjoy seeing something like this if the gray on it or the black on it was gold or yellow. It wouldn't be super overpowering. It would look nice.
Yeah, actually, I feel like that looked better gold than silver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm just speculating here. So that would be exactly kind of what I would want to see right now.
Yeah.
Again, this news will probably come out first week of February, second week of February, I hope, saying it's the last week of January. So, we got like 30 days.
Oh
until
yeah,
these
what am I
events.
talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, so I lost track of time there. It's definitely not going to be the end of January.
No, it's not.
Because
I was
it's
gonna
like
call
the
you
28th
out.
today.
But
No, you
that's
should've
my
called
way
me
of
out.
doing.
So
That's my way of doing it.
Okay, so now I'll change that time to halfway through February. That sounds about right.
Yeah,
It's got to
2
be
weeks
before the
from now.
29th.
Oh yeah.
So we will see. But I definitely, this has been a fun conversation, kind of speculating what we want. I hope, Matt, I've given you more, like, I know we've had this talk about jerseys for a while, so I hope that I've given you more of like a what I'm thinking kind of thing, like
Oh yeah.
the color scheme that I'm thinking and everything.
I'm feeling it.
All right, so let's talk Academy, yeah?
Okay.
So Reno 1868 FC is welcoming its first ever Academy squad, guys. And I'm really, really excited for this because I love young players who are given these really awesome opportunities by teams, especially my home team, which is Reno 1868 FC. And so they are sending a local youth soccer squad to the USL's National Academy Cup tournament, which is in Tampa Bay. They're going to be introduced, guys, on Thursday, and that's what I will be doing instead of sleeping. So yeah, I'll be.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'll be half dead on the air on Friday if anyone wants to watch. But yeah, I'm really, really stoked about this announcement. What do you guys think? Roy, you're listening. What do you think? What does anybody think?
I'm thinking, where did you get this information from? I haven't seen it.
Have you not?
No.
Oh, well,
Mm-mm.
perhaps it's a media thing.
Uh-oh.
Perhaps
That's why.
I shouldn't have just talked about it. No,
Perhaps.
I'm just kidding.
Perhaps
This will be
we're
cut out,
editing
and we can
again.
start swearing
I'm
just
not the only one.
uncontrollably.
No, I'm not cutting this part out. It's exciting.
It'll be announced.
I mean,
by the
there's
time
no.
people.
Yeah, there's no. I'm trying to look at this here. There's no indication that this information could not be shared. I mean, it was sent to me via press release, so
Mm,
I guess we'll find out.
That's cool.
Look, I'm stoked for this, and so they're. Maybe I will cut this out. I don't know. I'll have to do more I'll have to do a little bit more research on it. Anyway, I'm super stoked. So for those watching stream and for those who may or may not be listening via SoundCloud on the podcast. Look forward to some more information because I'll probably talk to a few people about it, snag a few pictures, and we'll have a jolly good time, and I'll have some content to bring you guys. First content really of the year, right? I mean, like this is content what we're doing right now, but that's content straight from the team. So that's pretty exciting, and I'm greatly looking forward to exploring that further. Because I don't know whether or not I should be discussing this, we're going to move on. So let's go and talk about random other soccer things that may have happened this week. Brad, you look confused, so do you have any soccer things you want to talk about?
I do not have any other soccer things right now. I'm just sorting through all these windows I opened up just for this episode.
All right, Matt, you've always got something. What's going on?
Yeah, let me crack my knuckles here. All right, so the U.S. Open Cup on Twitter has announced that tomorrow is the second round draw for the 2020 U.S. Open Cup, and there are some interesting caveats this year that kind of change things up and will change who we're going to be, what us and a lot of other teams are going to play. So Reno will be entering in round 2 along with a bunch of other USL teams and the rest of Division 3, which includes USL League 1 and NISA. So one of the rules this year, or at least it's always been a rule in round 2, we've always entered in round 3. Round 2, teams from the same division cannot play each other. So we're not playing SAC in this round. Like, unless we both get through and then end up getting paired, we might finally escape SAC and not have to see them again, which would be lovely. And one of the speculations is that 1868 will end up playing Oakland Roots. They are a NISA side, and whether they come here, it'll be cool because they are a well-followed team who have a really cool branding. And if not, we're traveling to Oakland and we're making a weekend out of it.
Yeah, definitely. The Roots, I've heard a lot about them. And so it'd be pretty kind of rad to welcome them here to Greater Nevada Field, I think. All right, Matt, Mr. Everything Else News guy, what do you got?
Well, I mean, another thing that has to go along with this is that because of this odd pairing where teams in the same division cannot play each other, there's going to be some ridiculously long travel times for some of these lower division teams that are on a kind of a shoestring fund. Look over at this map that U.S. Open Cup provided. These long black lines are the they're the long trips that you would expect to see from these lower division teams. All these green ones. These are all USL Championship. These are professional teams
that can probably foot the bill.
Yeah, exactly. And so this is going to be rough, and this should be a pretty interesting and chaotic as usual tournament.
Now, do we go into hoping that the smallest of teams win the whole thing as usual? Obviously, it's Reno first, right? Here's how it goes for me, Matt. I'm sure it goes in a similar vein for you. So it'll go Reno above every other team in the nation. And then if they're out, then you got to go with the Galaxy, right? I'll obviously go with San Jose.
Right.
And then if that doesn't work out, then you root for the other smallest. Then you root for the smallest team that's still in it.
Your Christos. Like your bar teams.
Yeah, definitely. Brad, you're in the same boat?
I'm Reno first, obviously, and then before I go to an MLS squad, I'm actually hoping that any USL team. I would love to see a USL Championship win, just because that's the division. It's obviously the most likely to win out of any of the non-MLS teams, and then the bar teams, and then San Jose, and then any other MLS team. Just because I'd like to see a small team go to the CCL and get dominated by some Liga MX team. But that's some good recognition for them. That's like millions of dollars worth of
no doubt. Yeah, no doubt. So, okay. I've talked about everything I want to talk about. Matt, you're kind of sounding like you're exhausting what you have to talk about. And Brad, you never had anything to talk about to begin with. So I think we'll go ahead. We're about a half an hour in, and we started the episode pretty close after we got on here. So let's just do some random thoughts. Brad, what's your random thought?
Well, my random thought is I have to travel this weekend to the southern part of the state. This is
Sorry.
this isn't less a random thought, but more a happy birthday to my younger brother and sister who turned 21 a week ago today. And obviously with my family being Bay Area, Reno, Flagstaff, and LA, the easiest place for us to meet to properly celebrate is Vegas. So I'm gonna travel this weekend. I've been looking forward to this trip for a while. To go celebrate my younger brother and sister's 21st birthday. Just wanted to give them a birthday shout out and say I'm excited to, for the first time in my family's experience, um, have an experience where none of us are able to drive and therefore we'll be Ubering all over the strip.
For sure. No, it sounds fun. I mean, like, look, none of us up here would ever dream
Want
of
to go.
of like living in Vegas, but staying there for a couple days, yeah, it's not too bad, you know.
It's a tourist destination.
for sure.
Rightly.
All right, Matt, what's your random thought?
All right, just want to give a little bit of a shout out to Nevada men's basketball. You know, they've been doing pretty well this year, but this past Wednesday, actually, when I was in this lovely town here of Round Mountain, they ended up taking down their rivals to the south. Nevada Southern running Rebels. It was 86-72 at home up here in Reno, and that's 5 wins in a row against the Rebels. And keep laying on the hurt. Get the cannon back, but keep punishing them in basketball because that's what they care more about. Because they're still lusting after these heydays of 1990.
Yeah. Every time any Northern Nevada teams beat Vegas, I'm a happy dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's always nice beating Vegas. All right, so my random thought today. I never really have a random thought, to be honest with you guys. These things are always premeditated. Whereas, you guys are going and I'm like, what should I talk about? So there's my random thought. I don't have anything to talk about, so yeah. All right, social media, Brad.
You can follow me. I've been super active on Twitter, failing at making fun of different people and things. Pal on the Sky. And usually I'm the one who tweets out, hey, we're going to be doing live tonight. And Reddit, Pal on the Sky also. I've tried to be more active. It hasn't really worked. But Twitter is the place to follow me, at Pal on the Sky.
Matt?
All right, you can find me mostly on Reddit on r/USL Pro, sometimes on Twitter. On both of them, my username is RaphOutLoud with underscores between each word. Got a new silly GIF out, and the season's ramping up, so you should expect some more.
Oh, yeah. And lastly, find me at John Macaluso everywhere. And then keep your eyes open on Facebook, because I have something coming. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, and then, of course, follow 1868 Weekly on Twitter. And if you're not subscribed to 1868 Weekly on YouTube, which is what you are watching this on right now, apparently you get accidental exclusive content. Subscribe to YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. That's all we got for you guys tonight. Some, not a full episode today, but some big, big, big news that we discussed. And, some cool Jersey talk. Brad, take us away.
All right, guys. So, as always, thank you for following this amazing team with us, 1868 FC. Thank you guys for commenting, subscribing, watching, listening, doing whatever you do to support us and supporting 1868. As always, in Ian we trust. And Vamos Azules! Thanks for listening, guys.
See you guys.
Bye, everybody.